Today I want to talk to you about how I made this clock using a 3D printer and some free software called Tinkercad. This is a moon clock, obviously, and it features the Apollo 11 module right here. I've got that on the minute hand. So I'm just going to take you through the process of how I made this clock, and I hope you enjoy. So I have a small 3D printer. It's called the Bambu Lab A1 Mini. With their software, I was able to find a 2D model of the moon's surface. It's divided into 4 parts because my printer can only print 7 inches by 7 inches by 7 inches high. So once I imported this file, I sent it to the printer. So this was a total of 4 prints, 1 for each quarter of the moon. There it is together, but I needed to join the seams. So I used epoxy between the seams and then filled the gaps with Bondo. Then what I did was I needed to drill a hole for the hand shaft. And this was a little tricky. Now I needed a backing to hold the movement for the clock. There were some that I found online, but they did not have the right size for my specific quartz movement. It uses a C battery and is high torque. So I made one in a software called Tinkercad. This is free, it's by Autodesk, it's absolutely fantastic. It's being used in schools a lot. And so I made a backing and put it into my 3D printer software and then sent it to the printer to print. I also needed to clean up where I had drilled for the hand shaft, so I'm using a file you see here, and then here is my part that I designed and printed. I'm going to test fit the quartz movement, see how this goes, and it's a pretty good fit. Not bad for just beginning with Tinkercad. I did have a little bit of a part of the moon that was sticking up. I wanted to get a few more threads down with the nut, so I did use a pocket knife to try to get this to fit a little bit better. Next, I'm using some more epoxy and going to stick this to the back of the moon. So I've got the X to mark my orientation there, and I get it on. And what I want to do, I want to apply a little bit of pressure to this, so I just used a roll of painter's tape and some stain. Next, I went over the moon with silver spray paint, and once it dried, I went up and I kind of lightly did like the edges with white to try to give it some variation in color, and I think it turned out really well. Next, what I wanted to do was put the Apollo 11 module onto the minute hand. And so I found a model and I had to scale it to size, so it's like 35% of its original size, so it's going to be a very small print. It actually only took like maybe 5 minutes or so to print. I'm printing it in white so that I can paint it. Now it's printed, and I'm going to paint the base, the lunar module, in gold paint, and then the top part of this I'm going to use some black acrylic paint, and it's going to give it a little bit of variation in color and make it look actually pretty nice on the clock. Since it is the moon, I did want to do the Apollo 11 spacecraft. So I'm using a little bit of super glue on the edge of the minute hand to apply this, and I'm going to give a little slight adjustment here. That's looking good, and here it is. There's the Apollo 11 module circling the moon. Looks fantastic, but I wasn't done. No, I wanted to do more. I wanted some lighting behind the moon. So I ordered a LED light strip, And I ordered it in 2700K. That is a warmer temperature color, more of a yellow light rather than blue. And it came with some instructions. I can adjust the brightness. I can even cut this LED to size, so I can shorten it forever how much I need. And honestly, it wasn't much money. Found this on Amazon, and it's just a USB-C, 5-volt USB-C, a connector, and it gets pretty bright. I honestly don't need it on full brightness for my application, but it's nice to be able to change the settings. Now, I've got to figure out, how am I going to put this on the back of the moon? How am I going to make this work with the backlighting? Well, if I would have thought this through, I probably would have added this on to the backing I already 3D printed. But now I'm going to have to make another part to help me. So I measured my backing. It's just under 7 inches, and I made this part in Tinkercad. This circle with the flanges to help it have more room to secure it. I 3D printed it, and fits almost like a glove. And so I epoxied that on, and I measured out my LED, and there's little lines on these LED strips, so you know where it's safe to cut. So I found what I thought was the right place, and I cut it. And then there's actually an adhesive backing. I just got to remove the tape. And it's so nice that it came with that, and I can just stick it on and be done with it. I hope you enjoyed seeing the building of this moon clock. This was really fun for me. At times, it was a little painful because some things that happened along the way, but I think it turned out really well. Another goal that I have is to make a mechanical version of this, repurposing a used movement from a clock that, well, let's just say the case isn't that pretty. But when I get time, I will try to throw that together. Thank you so much for joining me today and looking at this moon clock. There's so many different kinds of clocks out there. If you haven't looked into 3D printing or Tinkercad, I recommend it because it's just a new world of creativity, and I think it opens up a lot of doors for people, and it's not too expensive. So thanks again for watching, and have a wonderful week.